The broadcast you're about to hear is a special sports presentation brought to you by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Welcome back here at Miller Field. Well, this is actually the second part game
of
the game that we played about 2 weeks ago.
If you're watching on the DVD, you're noticing it got daylight all of a sudden. It's not raining anymore.
That's right. And I'm doing the play-by-play today, so.
I know, things change fast. What can I say?
Rotary is going to be going into this game with a 6-2 lead before it rained out the other day. And anyway, probably who we're going to see is pitching since Josh Vaughn has been taken out. That game.
He can't come back in.
He cannot come back into this game.
That's right.
So probably here's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to see Peyton Lawson is going to be starting. And then if he can get through the next couple of innings, then they're going to bring Matt in, and Matt's going to finish it up.
Well, they also, like I said, 6-2 here, and Allende Meredith will be starting out. I believe since Bobby's not here, they'll skip him and go right to Josh Tiller as well. Then it's the top of the lineup for Rotary.
Now, as far as the actual lineups and in order, we're going to have to play this one by ear.
Well, they're going to keep it the same. I think they keep it as close as possible to what they have. I'd be surprised they changed it out.
I have got to get that bird out of this thing.
Yeah, you got to find that, bud.
Well, no danger of raining right now. It's muggy and it's hot out here.
It is that.
Hunter McGraw will be, I want to say, remaining in as pitcher. He's when he rained out,
64 pitches so far in this game.
That's right. And we hadn't even started it yet.
His arm he's pitching like it's like he hasn't pitched all day too.
Anyway, well, if you were here earlier, you saw a decisive win by the Rotary, thanks to good pitching and, of course, very, very good be on the ball. The bats were really hitting, especially the first front four of the Rotary's lineup.
Yep. Well, like I said, with this game, though, I mean, Lions starting out in a little bit of a hole here, but they can come back with it. It's going to take, again, hitting and containing that first four of the Rotary.
At the beginning, Brandon, Josh, Peyton, and Matt. All right, let's go.
Here we go. Here's see what's going to take place.
Tom, tell him we got to go by the lineup of the other game, not the lineup.
You know, the things that we hear on these DVDs.
Oh, yeah.
One from the other game, right?
I remember.
At least everyone's gotten good about keeping their language in check. That's good.
Yeah, this year, the year is still young, right? But you know what? That has been true. We've had a couple of times where the crowd language has been a little bit rough, but this one's been pretty good.
Yeah,
so far this year's been great.
It's because there's lots of a crowd this year.
Jacob Morris will be catching for the Lions. He'll be catching Hunter McGraw.
Where are you playing? Shortstop, I think.
Leading off for Rotary is Allende Meredith.
Allende Meredith will be starting out, of course. He starts out with 1 out against him.
All right, with 1 out, and now here is the continuing the Lions and the Rotary.
Should have put a little to be continued on the previous disc. What do you think?
Well, maybe so. They have 1 out, and Rotary is they're up by 4 with a 6-2 lead. Now here comes Hunter McGraw. Here comes out the pitch. And this one's going to be in there for actually a strike one and a nice pitch.
That was a good pitch. It was right in there.
It wasn't too fast. It wasn't wild. It was right down the middle and a beautiful strike. Here comes now the next pitch from Hunter McGraw. And this was a hard hit ball. Hunter picks it up, goes right to the pitcher. He kind of underhands it to the first baseman for the second out. And that will bring up
Josh Tiller, because Bobby Williams is no longer here. So Bobby vanished somewhere between the first game and the second game, or second half. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike one. Oh, by the way, Matthew Hart has already a home run in this game.
Yes.
And he hadn't even got up to bat in this game yet. That's weird, isn't it? Here comes now the next pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. Rotary with a 6-2 lead. Hunter now looks. He's pitching now for the Rotary. Now he'll wind up, and here comes now the pitch.
High.
And that's going to be high in there for ball number 3. Is that ball 3 or ball 2? Jenny Bug lines up 2 strikes. One strike with 2 balls. Excuse me. I really am confused. Maybe it's the heat getting to me. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball.
Strike 2.
Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs.
See, Jenny's cheating, though. She gets to look at the scoreboard top of the thing here. She's doing switching.
Hunter now looks at the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3. Now retired aside. So now, let me see where we're at as we go to the bottom of the third, folks. It's 6-2 Rotary lead. We'll be right back.
Top of the fourth, I'm sorry.
Or is it bottom of the fourth?
Top of the fourth.
We'll be right back after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Okay, back here at Miller Field.
Man, we need your commercials.
Oh, yeah. 6-2. Yeah, we might have to put some in there. We'll do that.
Should make up like fake ones just for the fun of it.
Well,
Bobby,
Hayden Lawson is going to be coming in and pitching for the Rotary. He pitched a couple of times and has done pretty good. So we'll see what happens.
Of course, it's a continuation since Payton started. It was in at the previous game. Of course, a few things have changed since last week, a couple weeks ago, rather.
Well, a big thing you don't want to do is if Payton throws strikes, he'll be in good shape.
Yeah,
again, what we don't want to do is get 2 or 3 walks, and then someone up there and gets a big hit.
Yep.
And we only have a 4-point lead. This ball game could change really, really quick.
That's true.
Okay, who's up?
This would be Mr. Adam Shelton.
Here comes Adam Shelton has hit the ball before, too. Here comes the pitch. And that one goes right down in there for Steve Rag, number 1.
Yeah, perfect throw there for Payton.
Payton Lawson has a big high kick when he winds up and extends that right arm of his. And now here comes out the pitch. And it's a hard hit ball. And to Benage. Benage's going to take it. He gets him out. And a nice out. Benage bobbled the ball. And he was able to get his composure, take the ball, pick it up, throw it to first, and
good
got
heads-up
the guy
baseball,
out. Good
though.
heads-up baseball.
I've seen it into many other pitcher, second basemen who don't retreat, they don't recover from it very fast. That brings up Mr. Jeremy Worley, I believe.
Come on, Jeremy, make contact.
Jeremy walked already in the game for a run came in on it.
Here comes Payton Lawson. Winds up now. Here comes now the throw. And a little bit outside for a ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Payton does have an extraordinary throw, I would say. Here comes now the pitch.
So he eats up a lot of energy in that step. That's problem he's having.
And a swing and a miss, strike 2. But what he does is he gets up there in the stretch position. And then brings his foot up, then takes a big windup of his, and then shoots it on down here. Here comes the next pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball number 2.
Well, the problem is, though, when he steps, he's losing all that energy he's built up. He's basically throwing with his arm only, not with his leg, which is a problem.
As long as he can throw strikes, I don't care. Here comes the next pitch. And this one's going to be swing and a miss. Steve Reich, number 2. If you hear earlier, Rotary jumped all over the Lions, 10-0. And here comes the next pitch. And that was definitely a change-up.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring the count 3 balls and 2 Steve Reichs. So Peyton now looks, now takes a step back. Here comes now the pitch. And strike number 3. And the Lions like to wait on balls, and that's what happened. Yep. You can't wait on those guys.
They'll come right by and get you. Anyway, I believe it brings up Chris Tucker, if I'm not mistaken.
So, with 2 outs, here comes now the pitch. Peyton Lawson throws it, strike number 1. And Peyton is doing a good job pitching.
Yeah, he's gunning him down there, too,
Step back, now Peyton winds up with that big stretch arm of his. Swing and a miss, Steve Wright, number 2.
There you go, buddy.
Well, these are the people you need to get out, too. This is the bottom of the Lions lineup. You need to get these people out before the top of the lineup comes up.
Here comes now the pitch. And that was inside, ball 1.
Way to get out the way.
Yeah, he had to get out of the way on that one a little bit.
That one lost control of it a little bit.
So Peyton looks. Now steps back. Here comes that great big arm extension. Swing and a miss. Steve Wright, number 3. And that's out number 3. So now Rotary is going to be coming up. So as we go now to the bottom of the top of the 4th, bottom of the 4th, is now 6-2 in favor of the Rotary. We'll be right back right after these messages, so don't go away.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
And here we are back at Miller Field. I'm John Hart along with Robbie Hart, and a 6-2 lead by the Rotary. And now the Rotary has got the fearsome foursome coming up.
Yeah, it's top 4 batters of Rotary coming. Those are the ones where they make most of their points, and so Hunter's got his work cut out for him to stop them.
And that'll be Peyton Lawson, Josh Bond, not Peyton Lawson, but Brandon Parrish, Josh Bond, Peyton Lawson, and then Matt Hart will be coming up for the Rotary. One thing now, these 4 batters coming up, Hunter's got to be very, very careful.
Well, at least he's coming in against them with a strong arm here since he had a 2-week rest between them, so it helps out a little bit.
Well, let's see what Hunter can do. Brandon Parrish is up. He's all ready. Here comes now the pitch. He looks, takes aim, and winds up, and that's going to be low for ball number 1. This is where the trouble happens against a good... Brandon Parrish is a power hitter.
Yeah, he's patient enough to wait for his ball, too.
Yep. And this one's going to be right down the pike probably, and he can send this one out of here. Here comes the pitch. There goes a hard hit ball to left fielder, and this one's going to go all the way to the fence. Brandon high steps it all the way to second base, and he's going to go all the way to third, and he does. And did they get him?
Nope, dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball. That will be in there for a three-base hit.
Or a triple, yep. That brings up Josh Bond, who, technically this game has had a home run and a triple already, so.
Yep.
Come on, Josh! You can do it!
Here comes some insurance on this lead that they got already. Here comes Hunter with a pitch. Swing and a miss. He right number one.
Hunter just kind of faded a bit of that one. That was an outside pitch all the way.
Come on, Josh!
One of the things that Rotary likes, he likes fast pitchers, and have to get used to him. Here comes the next pitch. It's high, ball one. One ball, one strikes. But all four of Rotary's top batters, they like fast pitches.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1-1 is the count with no outs. Runner on third base for the Rotary. Here comes the pitch, way high, and that's going to be in there. And here comes Brandon's going to steal home. He does, and now it's a 7-2 lead. And you know what? If they get up there and get above 12 runs, this game could be over real quick, too.
Fast game, yeah.
Hunter McGraw winds up now. Here comes the pitch. This is to Josh Bond. It's still 2 balls and 1 strike.
I didn't even catch on.
So with a 3-1 pitch with no outs, no runners on board right now. Brandon Perry stole home. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and now the count goes 2-2. That was a little bit too high, and I think Josh just got a little bit.
I have full count.
You have full count?
Yep.
All right. Yep, now it's full count. All right, full count. Here comes now the pitch. And a hard hit ball, and that's going to go all the way to the fence. Here comes Josh Bond. He's running around at second base. He's going to go to third, and he's going to make it really, really easy. And they almost Randy looked like he was getting ready to send him in. You see him waving him in.
That brings up Mr. Peyton Lawson at the bat now.
Peyton Lawson with the Cobra on deck with no outs. And I wouldn't want to trade shoes right now with Hunter at all. So here comes now the pitch. Hunter looks, now winds up. Here comes the hard hit ball. And Buhart picks it up, pummels it, and the run's going to score. That's 8-2. And now here comes Matt Hart. Officially, Matt Hart's got already 1 home run in this game. But that was a couple of weeks ago before the rain out. Okay, runner on first base, Peyton Lawson. Here comes out a pitch. Hard hit ball, and that's going to go all the way.
That was a hard hit ball, too.
Hit the left fielder that's going to drive in another run. Matt is going to take third base in a stand-up triple for Matthew Hart.
That brings up 9-2 now.
I think this is Ben Ainge that's coming up.
And, Ben Ainge up the bat now.
Benjamin! Come on! You can do it!
9-2.
With no outs, though.
Yep.
And they're going to call timeout.
The left fielder might be hurt.
Yeah.
Matthew shot that one out there, and he hit it when he went down to try to stop it. He hit his leg, and he may have been bruised or something. He hit his leg kind of hard, and that's probably what they're looking at right now.
Yeah, that ball had some power behind it. I think he was running out there much. Went down to grab. I think he tripped up and got his knee to the ground. He looks like he's walking okay, so I think he's okay.
See, that's the problem.
A little bruise.
That's the problem being able to hit. You guys.
Why didn't you move to the front of the box like you saw you do?
Because I didn't want to get no farther for it. I was getting.
Listen to that. Here, get kind of conversations going on in the press box of the Rotary. Well, it's 9-2. Runner on Matthew Hart is going to be on third base.
I'd get your front foot almost in the front.
So let's see what takes place.
In the middle of the plate back here.
Looks like the left fielder, he's doing A-OK. We're glad to see that.
I bet, yeah.
And then temperature's kind of gotten a little bit warm here at Miller Field.
Especially since the first DVD.
Yep. Here comes down the next pitch. Swing and a miss by Ben Inge. I'll be in there for Steve Wright number 1. Matthew making some step noise over there for Hunter to try to throw Hunter off. Hunter now looking. Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. It's good fall in as the base hit. And it goes foul. Boy, that was close.
Yeah.
But that was close.
That was very close. He straightened it out. That would have been to the fence, maybe even over it.
So there'll be no balls and 2 strikes now to Ben. Here comes now. Hunter looks. Here comes the pitch. Well, this lead 9-2, and I think they're going to keep Peyton Lawson as pitching when they get out there.
Yeah, I can't. I don't. I mean, that way you probably use Matthew the last inning or so if they have to.
But Peyton keeps doing good. They don't need Matthews. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he'll go down swinging. And now we'll bring up
Tom Parrish.
Yep. So Mr. Parrish, Tom Parrish, that is. Brandon Parrish's brother, in fact. Matt will stop for a few minutes and tie that big old shoe that he's got. Now we resume the game. 1 out. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be a little bit high for ball 1.
Yeah, one went outside on him. I think it drifted off his hand during the throw.
So 1 ball and no strikes with 1 out. Here goes now the pitch. And this with a kind of a chop goes foul on the third base side, goes actually out of play, now being there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's going out towards the parking lot there.
Yep.
So I don't park anywhere close to a baseball field.
1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. See what Tom Parrish can do. He looks. Hunter McGraw looks now, takes aim. Here comes the delivery. Outside. And that one's going to be outside. Ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Hunter's okay.
It's hard to say. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. But it's kind of hard to say about the Lions on their pitching because they do have DJ Coleman that can come in. And then, of course, they got Jacob Morris. And then I think this is number 3.
Yeah, but I think Jacob Morris had about enough of the Rotary to stand for a day. I don't think he wants to. He's like, I'm done for the day. But runner's still in strike.
And a bad pitch going there. Matthew Hart's going to go, and he will make it in.
Across all guard that time.
And Matthew Hart will score, and that brings it 10-2. So Matt comes in on a bad pitch on good base running, and that will make it 10-2.
That kind of brings up Justin Harvey at the bat now for the Rotary.
Here comes that pitch that goes in there for strike 1. Nice pitch by Hunter McGraw. The quick draw McGraw needs to really zip one down there and start getting some of these batters out of there. Hard hit ball. It's going to go to shortstop. He gets underneath it easily and gets that 3rd and final out. So as we go now into the top of the 5th inning, right now it is 10-2 in favor of the Rotary. We're going to be back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
And we're back here at Miller Field, 10-2. Good Lions, a good Rotary lead over the Lions. And we're going to have, on the pitching side though, and we're going to have Peyton Lawson is going to stay in there and pitched a beautiful, in the fourth inning, came in and did a real good job. So Peyton Lawson now is in there.
Walker up the bat, supposedly.
Here comes out the pitch to Walker. Here comes the stretch. A little high, ball one. This guy's a little hard to get out because he's a short fella. So now being there for ball one. One ball and no strikes. Peyton now looks, takes aim. Kind of get away from him. That one went way high for ball two.
Here comes the wind again. You know, I'm telling you, wind guard. You know, Radio Shack does sell those things.
Yep. Here goes now the pitch. Peyton Lawson looks, stretches out now. Here, stretches out that arm. Swing and a miss.
That was a little high.
That would be in there a little bit high, but he swung anyway.
Walker,
missed it.
Walker went for that one the whole way, too.
2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes now the pitch. Peyton looks, winds up, and delivery, and that was another high one. He bit it. He bit at it anyway.
Hey, if they'll keep going at it,
strike number 2.
If they'll keep going at it, keep throwing it, right?
And now Peyton's in the driver's seat here. Here comes now the pitch. Winds up and throws. Now that one way high. He didn't go at that one. That brings the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Says, fool me twice is good enough. I don't need to go for a third time.
But there goes the good old sign scoreboard that went out here at Miller Field. That's okay. That one's going to come in there. Steve Wright, number 3, and Peyton gets another strikeout.
That brings up Mr. Hunter McGraw.
So let's see what Hunter can do. Hunter's a good hitter.
2 steps back. There, 2 steps back. Knock down the little grounder. 31st. Come on, knock it down if it's hard. Be ready.
Okay. Outfield still playing up. Swing and a miss by Hunter McGraw, being there for strike 1.
If it's slow, Ben, that way you can cover more field.
And so far,
Rory's been in the command seat so far this entire day.
Rotary's pitchers have been able to keep most of these batters off the bases. Here comes the next pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 1.
I'm not going for that one, though.
So 1 ball and 1 strike to quick draw McGraw. Let's see what he can do next. With a 1-1 pitch. You got 1 out. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. That brings up strike number 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Hunter. Lions find themselves down. It's 10-2. Here comes that big stretch by Peyton Lawson. Here comes the delivery.
Oh.
Almost hit him in the head. And now bring up a 2-2 count.
Nice to have my scoreboard when the main one goes out, huh?
Oh, it is. I'm happy to look over there and see what's going on. Peyton now looks. Steps back, winds up that big stretch. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be, goes up there and hits the actually Lance. And that'll be in there for 2-2 count still.
So, Roll, if you break those, you got to pay for them,
2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, one thing. I know during practice, Matt hit a foul ball, and I heard a big splotchy crash, and that was he said, your car got hit. And I said, oh, no, man.
You shouldn't park behind the thing where he's going to,
Well, anyway, I was lucky. It hit the hood of the car. Did not hit the windshield. An expensive windshield on that sucker, too. 2-2 pitch now to Hunter. Here comes the pitch from Peyton Lawson. He winds up, throws, high, full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes as the count goes full. And Rotary the Lions would love to get a runner on base.
They've had no luck so far doing it. They can change their luck there. That'd be the way to go.
Peyton stretches now, comes back in, now winds up. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be ball number 4. A little bit too high, right across the chin. He needed to get down just a little bit lower, but he's pitching a good game.
That brings up Mr. DJ Coleman.
DJ is one you got to watch out for. DJ can knock the ball out of here, too. Here comes now the pitch. He's already got one home run on the year. And that's going to be in there for ball one. One ball and no strikes. Hunter on first base for the Lions. Peyton winds up and now delivers. This one's going to be low once again. Now be in there for ball number two. Two balls and no strikes.
I think he needs Lawson needs to bring it up a little bit. There's a two in a row that almost hit the same spot, almost on the ground.
Here comes now the pitch, and that's a foul back. And now be in there for another strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Look at Matt and Hunter on first base, pumping each other.
Get 2, Ben. Get 2, Brandon.
Okay. So here comes now the pitch. Peyton winds up, throws a big swing. That was way high, though.
Yeah.
DJ shouldn't have gone after that one. But now bring the count 2-2.
We said this before. It's tough to go after those. It's tough to ignore the ones that look like they're in your face because it seems like it's right there and a perfect ball to hit, but you're really not.
All right, Peyton stretches out. Now cocks that game, and that's a strike number 3. And DJ goes down. But the thing is, I got to give a lot of credit to Peyton Lawson. The way it's a style of pitching that almost confuses the bat.
It's confusing style. I can't say that.
Oh yeah.
This brings up Mr. Jacob Morris to the bat now for the Lions.
But on the mound, Peyton Lawson has really come along. Here comes now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for strike 1. Or was that a ball?
That's all ball.
So he's in there for ball 1. Couldn't tell.
Right now we're the only working scoreboard in the stadium.
So 1 ball and no strikes now. Here comes the next pitch.
Outside
and that
again.
one's going to be outside once again in there for ball number 2. Hunter takes a little bit lead off of first base, but he goes, no, let's not take that chance. Peyton now looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. That one's a foul back, and that will be a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Here we are at the top of the 5th. And Rotary's got a commanding lead, 10-2.
Yeah, Lions just trying to get something going here some way. They're having a hard time doing it.
Here comes now the pitch from Peyton. And that
That's in
one's
there.
wide down. What a beautiful pitch by Peyton Lawson. And that's going to be strike number 2, and the count goes 2-2. And once again, although we keep saying it over, pitching.
Pitching, yep. That's what it matters.
So here comes now the pitch on a 2-2. And this was a high fly ball. And they're trying to get underneath it. They don't do that. Here comes the throw that will come in, and they're going to hold everything up. So nice single. And I believe, was that Jacob Morris that did that?
Yes,
Yep.
Jacob Morris.
So Jacob Morris gets underneath it. The right fielder had a shot at it, just didn't get up far enough on it.
That brings up Mr. Kenyon Booth.
Get an out. Get the out. It's 2 outs.
So got 2 outs. All they got to do is go to first base or second to closest base. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's gave him a haircut.
Yeah, that's close. He's doing the old nudges head face back on that one.
Josh Bond is catching, so looks like he's healed up pretty good, hopefully. Runners on second and third right now in scoring position, but there's 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Lawson.
Another inside.
That one's a little bit inside for another ball. That'll be in it for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Payne will do this to you. He'll throw a couple of weird balls and also just start gunning them down the middle like just perfect strikes.
Yeah, he's done that all game long. Here comes now the pitch. He stretches out. And that one is a little bit low in there for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
No strikes.
No strikes, yep. Take that back. 3-0 is the count.
I can't blame you looking at the scoreboard now because it's not even on.
Here comes now the pitch. Stretches out and delivers way low. And here comes Hunter down. And they're going to get him. He's got him. He is out of there. And that will be out number 3. So, to get that runner going from trying to steal home, and now as we go to the bottom of the 5th, it is 10-2 in favor of Rotary. We will be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Back in Miller Field, saved by 0. Well, actually, Lions got more than that. They got 2 runs in, but it's 10-2 in favor of the Rotary right now. And another wide space game, so I guess we don't sell the DVDs when they get wide like this.
Also a lot this year, for sure. That brings up Mr. Allende Merritt will be starting out the batting for the Rotary, followed by Josh Tiller.
Well, the closest game we have is that minor league game before, Purnell's and Dunright.
The closest game we've had all year.
Yeah. Anyway, pitcher ball will come down now, and they do that. And here's Yende Meredith will be up. He'll try his luck. And see what he can do. Wow. Well, it's turned out pretty hot outside. I'm telling you what, man. Feels though in pretty good shape. Maybe I think the infield's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, here comes now the pitch. And a hard hit ball by Meredith. This will go to the center field. It's going to drop in. Here comes Meredith now. Goes around to the second base. He slides in for a slide-in double. And a good job by Yende Meredith for the Rotary.
Starts out with a good double there.
Yende has come along too, but
come on, Josh, you can do it.
He got a hold of that one. And now the runner on second base with no outs for the Rotary. So here comes now
Josh Tiller.
Yep. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He right in number 1.
That's how you do it, buddy.
Well, we got a little bit of speed on second base anyway, with Meredith being on second.
Yeah, Meredith's quick, that's for sure.
So a drop ball or a mistake can bring Meredith to another base. And that's going to be in there for
it's all ball.
Ball number 1, 1 ball and 1 strike here at the bottom of the 5th.
I think they broke the scoreboard permanently.
You may have. That thing's been blowing fuses though all year long. Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch.
Strike.
That was a strike.
That was definitely in there.
I couldn't tell from here.
But that was strike. Was that strike 3? That was strike 3. So it wasn't.
Wow. All right.
That brings up Mr. Brandon Parrish, the
All right, now at the top of the order with only 1 out. Here we go. Now they're at the top of their batting order. And a hard hit ball. It goes right to Hunter. Hunter threw the ball wrong. And now here comes Meredith. They're going to send Meredith on in. And that's going to be another run. And now they're going to stop Brandon at third base, and now brings up Josh Bond. Well, I'll bring 11-2 now.
That's what you get for lollygagging.
Oh, yeah, that's what you get from lollygagging, huh?
That's harsh. No.
Man, that's tough. That's tough, ain't it?
That brings up Josh Bond, who's had a home run, a triple, and another triple this game so far. Josh has been like a one-man scoring machine this game.
Trouble is, it don't get any prettier after this.
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes now. Quick draw McGraw. Here is a pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Come on, Josh, you got it. This is some bacon.
The Rotary has scored in every inning except for the third. Here comes now the next pitch. Hard hit ball, but it's going to go foul and out of play. And then straightening that one out, that would have definitely gone into the infield easy.
Very dangerous.
No balls and 2 strikes is now the account. So here comes now the pitch. Runner on third base. There's one out. Here comes the pitch way high, now being in for ball. One ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Josh Wadley watches that one go away. Nope, not gonna catch me with that one.
So here goes a 1 and 2 count. Quick draw McGraw winds up. That one's going to go way high. Brandon threatens to come in, but he will go back over to third base. And that brings the count to 2 and 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes now the pitch. Hunter looks, winds up. Hard hit ball. This could drop in. This could be tricky. And it does. It drops in. Here comes the next pitch. The next run. This might be the ball game right there.
The double, too.
Now, I don't know if who was home on this. Who was home here?
Rotary.
I don't know if that's going to be the ball game or not.
Nope, they're still batting around.
Now they're still batting around. Okay. Well, that brings up Peyton Lawson. That'll be coming up with a runner on second base. And then they got the Cobra on deck. Here comes now the pitch.
It winds up anyways.
Hunter looks.
Here he goes.
Winds up. Here he goes. And it's going to be high, ball 1.
Payne says, nope, not going for that one. Got to bring it down a little bit.
So we have 1 ball and no strikes now to Lawson. He came in pitching, done a very good job. Hard hit ball, and that's going to go right on in. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Here comes another run in. Payne goes around third, and he holds up at second.
It went under
but
the
it might
fence.
be it went under the fence. It's a ground rule double.
Yep.
And that brings up Cobra, Matthew Cobra Hart. See what he can do with a runner on second base. Matthew's had a good game in this game so far. Home run back in the first inning. Him and Josh home run almost back to back.
2 weeks ago, depending how you look at it.
Yep. Hard hit ball! This ball is going! And the Cobra sends this thing south of the border, and it's another home run. And Matthew puts 4 out of here this season. That's number 4 for the Cobra, and that's going to bring in another couple of runs, and now it goes to what, 14? 13 or 14 to nothing. 15, but one extra run. Well, anyway, Cobra took that one out here. That pitch was a little bit high, and Matthew chased after it, but he got a hold of it, and that was a line drive, and that made it over easy. But I'll bring up, now after that, bring up Ben Inch.
Hey, Tim.
That's 2 for this game, technically.
Well, this might be the end of the ball game with that.
That's the ball game.
And that is the ball game. So, the Rotary ends that in a good note. We're going to take a 60-second pause. We're going to be right back to talk about what's going to be going on. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Well, we're back here at Miller Field, and that game ends with a bang, I might say. Matthew with his 4th home run hit, and he's Rotary wins now 15-2. Now, with the Rotary winning these 2 games today, now they got sole possession of first place, and now they're going to have to go up against a very, very good and hot Chamber team.
Well, not until Friday, though. They go against the Lions again on Tuesday.
I bet the Lions love that.
Yeah, I don't think they're very happy about that.
Wow. Well, now that's three in a row that they're playing the Lions, and boy, but
Friday they go against Chamber. I'm going to bet you won't be seeing Matthew pitch much on Tuesday. What do you think?
Well, I tell you, to be honest with you, I don't think I would, because well, when do we play VFW? When does the Rotary play VFW next?
It doesn't. I don't see them in here. See that there. Anyway, remember that one got rained out, so I'm not sure they're going to make it up. I see. The next crew game for you guys is May 14th.
Now, officially, Matthew's got 2 home runs in this one game. Then we've got enormous amount of base hits. I want to say enough about Peyton Lawson. He came in and also did a great job as far as coming in and pitching. What was his numbers?
Peyton. Let me see here. Peyton has 82 pitches thrown over 2 games with 40 strikes and 42 balls and 9 strikeouts.
So he did. So Peyton's come in and did a fantastic game, and Rotary looks pretty good now going in. And like you said, I think that I would be very reluctant to use Matt too much.
Yeah.
But even if they went 2-2-2, because Josh Vaughn was having a little bit of trouble in the last couple of games, has seemed to come on in that last part of the game. He seemed to be doing much better.
Exactly. So we'll see.
Well, folks, we're going to be talking to you Tuesday, and Rotary comes up another winner. So it's 15-2 final. I'm John Hart, along with Robbie Hart, color commentary, and then of course ended up with Heather Hart on top, Jenny doing the switching for us. We want to thank everybody. I'm John Hart, along with Robbie Hart, saying so long from the White Elephant from Miller Field. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.